The year was 1993, and a small studio under the name of ID Software released a game called Doom.exe on the MS-DOS. The concept was simple. You play as an unnamed space marine who is fighting the hordes of hell to fight off the demonic invasion of Earth. Now, this may not seem like much today, but in 1993, it was revolutionary. Doom was the first game that utilized 3D technology and is the pioneer of the first-person shooter genre. In 1994, after the massive success of Doom, Doom 2 was released, giving way to bigger and more intricate levels and more demons to kill. In 2004, Doom 3 was released, which deviated from the original playstyle of the previous titles and instead went for a more horror style of gameplay, focusing on the environment and characters. Doom 3 was a good game, a great game, but it wasn't what Doom was all about. Until 17 years later, in 2016, a new Doom game was released, titled Doom. With this re-emergence of Doom, did this new title do justice to the beloved franchise? Doom was all about moving really, really fast, killing a shit ton of demons with really big fucking guns. And the last game, Doom 3, was more of a horror game. It was slower and you didn't have arenas filled with demons trying to turn you into a ghost. So, did Doom 2016 follow the path that Doom 3 took? The answer? It did not. Doom 2016 was a breath of fresh air and an amazing title filled with adrenaline-pumping, demon-killing action which put Doom back to where it belongs as the king of the FPS genre. In March 20th, 2020, a new Doom game was released, titled Doom Eternal. So was that any good? Well, sit back, relax, and let us dive in to see if Doom Eternal is a worthy title of Doom.
Against all the evil that hell can conjure, all the wickedness that mankind can produce, we will send unto them only you. Rip and tear until it is done.
We must pray now, brothers. Pray that he is watching.
Please, anyone, if you can hear me, if you're out there.
Attempting to acquire the Hellpriest signal.
Nearly 60% of our planet has been consumed by the invaders.
We have the Hellpriest signal locked in. The target is marked, but the signal will not hold for long.
For it is he that they fear, not man, or his armies. They fear the mark of the beast.
Doom Eternal is a fast-paced first-person shooter, and the team over at ID Software have changed the way combat works since 2016. Gameplay, the combat, is the meat of this game, the most important aspect of it. And it is amazing to say the least. Because this time, we are faced with twice as many more types of demons in an arena who are relentless and will kill you fast if you do not know what you're doing. Now, it is important to know that there are several difficulty levels. Here's what the game calls them. From easiest to hardest, I'm Too Young to Die, Hurt Me Plenty, Ultraviolence, and Nightmare. You can switch between these at any point while you play. In my opinion, the difficulty to start with is Ultraviolent, since enemies then are much harder to kill and dish out a lot of damage, forcing you to play smart. You really do feel that challenge. The way combat has been designed has been compared to a violent game of chess. Each piece, or demon, has its own weaknesses and strengths, as well as strategies to beat it, and it is up to the player to figure that out with the tools given to him. Managing your resources is where this game shines. You have your health, armor, and ammo, and throughout the game you will burn through these resources very, very fast. Glory Kills makes demons drop health. The Flame Belch makes demons drop armor, and more so when they're killed. And the Chainsaw makes them drop ammo. As the game becomes more and more difficult and chaotic, you will have to learn and master how and when to effectively use these tools in order to stay alive. The variety of weapons are also a huge part of the game. Shotguns are good for individual demons in close range. The heavy rifle is good for accuracy and consistency. The plasma rifle is very effective against energy shields, basically transforming them into bombs. The ballista against flying demons, and the super weapons serve as a sort of get-out-of-jail-free card. The game's combat forces you to keep thinking and finding ways to deal with the horde of demons you face. You can't just simply run around using only one weapon. Different situations require different weapons and approaches. The player also has grenades that are fired from his shoulder-mounted launcher, which allows him to shoot at the same time. You also have a freeze grenade that freezes demons, giving you time to breathe. The dash and double jump allow you to be extremely mobile, and the blood punch does a huge amount of damage, which also allows you to regain some health. Weapons also have mods. Each weapon has 2, which gives them an alternative firing mode. The shotgun, for example, has a grenade launcher, which is good for groups of demons and with dealing with demon weak points. The mobile turret for the minigun allows for crowd control. All of these tools are important, very important, and a good player will use every single one of them for the appropriate situation. I found that this made the game far more interesting and fun than 2016's combat and gave me a genuine, fair, and fun challenge, which I haven't had in a long time. Now, there are a total of 13 levels, which by the way are quite long. I expect about a 15 to 20 hour campaign. These levels are very well designed and intricate, with large and complex arenas to fight demons, fun platforming areas, as well as hidden secrets to find. Each level is filled with secrets, from toys, cheats, and album covers, which can all be viewed in the Fortress of Doom. The Fortress of Doom is like the Slayer's command center, similar to the Justice League Watchtower. There you can unlock different suits, upgrades, you can play the songs that you find in the levels, and even use this thing called the Repertorium, which is like a practice room. However, there's a glitch at the moment that makes it so that you cannot use the arena after a certain level, and I hope id Software can fix that. This area is basically like your hub area. You will be able to select levels from here and access the levels from there. There's also this one place which is the Slayer's own personal room, and it is filled with secrets, Easter eggs, and fun jokes that reference different games, different things, and it is a joy to just walk around this room and look at the different things that the developers have designed into this place. Back to the levels. The backgrounds of these stages are amazing and beautiful to look at. I mean, look at that. Look at this Titan and this Sentinel robot versus the demon. They are gorgeous and absolutely amazing to look at. The graphics are amazingly detailed and well polished, which makes everything from the weapons you hold to the pieces of demon flesh that you tear off a joy to look at. One of the most interesting parts of this game is the story. Now, story was never an important part of Doom, so it always had a back seat and was not given any importance. But in Doom Eternal, we are treated with an interesting story filled with cutscenes which show the Slayer in third person and explores the lore and the world of Doom. We even get to find out the backstory of the Slayer himself, which is very, very, very interesting. The music. My god, the music. In 2016, Doom won the award for Best Music, and a huge part of what made Doom 2016 so successful was its masterpiece of a soundtrack. The same can be said for Doom Eternal, with a soundtrack that not only fits the setting of the game, but drives the gameplay and combat itself alongside the amazing sound design. So in the end, Doom Eternal is an amazing game. I honestly had a lot of trouble finding something wrong with the game. I guess I could talk about the multiplayer aspect of it, this thing called Battle Mode, where 2 player-controlled demons fight against 1 player-controlled Slayer, and these 2 demons have to work together in order to kill the Slayer, and the Slayer has to kill the demons. It can be challenging and fun sometimes, and sometimes it could feel like the demons are overpowered, but I guess it's too soon to see if it is worth something. I need to spend more time, and the community itself needs to spend more time playing this mode to see whether or not it's something good. I don't have any complaints against it, then again, I'm not a huge fan of it as well. If I had to criticize one thing, is some of the platforming stages in the campaign. See, some of the stages have these spinning chains of fire that just levitates in midair. It looks like something out of a Mario game and is really immersion breaking, and you think to yourself, why is this here? It doesn't make any sense. Do demons just like spinning chains of fire just hanging around everywhere? At the end of the day, Doom Eternal really is a masterpiece in my opinion. I tried finding something wrong with it, something to criticize, but every single thing made me say perfection. So if you are a fan of 2016's Doom, or first-person shooters in general, or even enjoy seeing what you are seeing on the screen right now, then definitely buy this game.